Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. Um, this is Chart Reader channel. So basically we'll be focusing on reading chart only. It's not about fundamental analysis, it's purely just technical analysis. For those fundamental analysis, because I think nowadays you have a lot of people been talking about it. You have a lot of AI tools, a lot of news, a lot of just in general a lot of access. You can find it. So um, there's too much, too many of them, too much of them, and mostly they're not that useful because ultimately you're gonna need to know how to operate and how to really get involved, like really engage the market, right? So no, absolutely no fundamental analysis here in this channel, just chart reading. All right, here we go. So today our first asset to read is this guy, Europe and US dollar. Here we go. So now we're now having three time frames right here. This one at the bottom is the daily, and then right hand side is the 4 hour, 1 hour. Basically, we'll use top down analysis. So let's look at the daily first, and then see if there's any chance, um, any opportunity we can spot on the lower time frame. Okay. All right, here we go. Europe and US dollar. Okay. All right, so on the daily, let's look at the daily chart here at the bottom. It's been quite of a downtrend. It's not quite of a downtrend. It is a downtrend, right? It's lower low, very obvious. This one I move it away for now because I need to demonstrate my analysis from the beginning. So now here, I forgot to mention today is 24th. Today's 24 August, August 24, 2025. Okay, 2025, and now it's Sunday, Sunday 8:45 p.m. Okay, on the West Coast. All right, so let's get started. Now we can see the whole chart's been giving us lower low, right? So clearly, previously it's a downtrend until this momentum happened. Which momentum? All right, this guy did this happen, then we can slightly change our opinion. Not fully, but slightly change. I explain to you more. Okay, don't worry. Now, how do we define a trend? Previously it's lower low, right? How do we define trend? Besides the structures of the chart, also one very important element to define a trend is by the retest, the retracement. All right, by retracement. Now, if we see this as the last downward momentum, and we drag the Fibonacci. Okay, we drag the Fibonacci. Here we can see, oh, here, okay, more accurate. Here we can see the price try to break through the point 61 level for one time, two time, okay, but did not succeed. Did not succeed. So these two attempts happen. We still see it as a downtrend, right? Because it's not breaking this level. However, when this happened, when this happened, this momentum um, exceeds the whole level all the way to 0.7, not only 618 but 0.7 as well. So up to the moment this momentum appears, we know that we need to switch our point of view is not a downtrend anymore. What had it become? Not an uptrend yet, but we define that as neutral. Now it's neutral. So after this momentum happened, not this chunk, okay? There are two part of the things I need to elaborate. All right, this is the first part. This is second part, which I'll explain more later. But for this part, the, ever since this part appear, now it's neutral. So we stop saying this is a firm downtrend. Instead, we say it's a range. It becomes a range, right? Because this momentum has already neutralized the momentum here downwards. Okay, now what happened next is that I remember this level, right? Very key level, very key level, very key level right here. It exceeded, and next it further break through to the upside. Okay, this guy, which is this one I'm talking about. This guy. Okay, now ever since this happened, now we officially say the whole chart now has switched from neutral to uptrend. Alright, is that clear? So now we treat at this moment we treat this exit as an uptrend to trade. Okay, this is very important, right? So because every time we do trading, first thing we do is to identify the trend, the direction, right? Whether or not it's a downtrend, uptrend, or ranging, or upward range, downward range, or triangle. You have to identify the structure first, right? So that's how we this is how the first step we will do is to identify the direction, the current status of the chart. Now we know it's uptrend now. Okay, so we'll put all the perspective more point to the upside. Okay, now let me delete all the circles here. There's too many of them, making the chart too messy. How am I gonna delete everything? Not everything, just the circle. Okay, go. Okay, yeah. All right. By the way, point 0.7. It's my own, basing on my own statistic. This is a very key level. Actually, point 0.7 in Fibonacci, it's even more effective by 0.618. In fact, this is a more impactful level to identify um, the structure. Okay, so anyway, in my channel, I'll be using this level a lot. Okay, now what we were just now, we just talked about. Now it has become an uptrend. Okay, uptrend. So, and it's an uptrend. Now what? Now we comes to how to entry. It's talking about entry. It's a whole other topic. Um, of course, the most the most common, most normal, most kind of like beginner level. It's that of course we need to draw out the support resistance level, all the support resistance level. Okay, which I already did here, right? All right, in an uptrend, we all know the retracement can be assume that's it. It's not gonna assume the momentum right here. Okay, that's it. Okay, next step is gonna retrace and then give us a higher high. Assume that's gonna happen, right? Assume that's gonna happen. It, rather than it will hit higher. All right, it will hit higher and then go down. Assume that that's gonna happen. All right. We all know it will retrace to this level, or this level, or this level, right? Maybe not that uh maybe not that much to the downside, because if it go to downside again, exceed zero point 0.7 level, we'll say it's back to neutral again, so it's not an uptrend anymore, but it could happen, right? All right, so not that much, not that deep down, mm, but yeah, can go any level. So here's my point, since we already identify the support and resistance level here in the blue lines, by the way, blue lines. Now, next step is to wait for the retracement. All right, so every time the price goes nearby the blue lines, we need to observe them in a lower time frame. Got it? Yeah. But don't ask me, oh, exactly which line the price will go. You never know. We never know, right? But what we do know is that whenever the price get close to the blue lines, we wait for the chance to do the upside. All right. So that's it for this exit, Europe and USD, EURUSD. That's it for this one, right? Uptrend and wait for the retracement, and open the lower time frame. So as I said again, how to enter, it's a whole another story. It's another whole story. A lot of things to intake. But now today we are only analyzing the very high structure. Okay. Next, let's move to USD JPY. Yep. Oh, this one I also put down the entry. All right, lucky. All right. Now let's go. Still, we're gonna focus on the bottom, right? Bottom is the daily. Don't worry about these two. It's not that relevant when we're analyzing the trend. All right. It's more on the on the entry. Okay. As I said, it's more advanced thing. Don't worry about that just yet. Now, all right. Let's see what's up with this guy. All right. Obviously, it goes from what? It goes from an uptrend to what? To neutral. Why? Why is it neutral? Why is it neutral? Because right here, high, 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 right? High, high. Very clear subtrend. However, oh, high, high, oh, boom, all the way come down to here. Is it a downtrend? No, it's not a downtrend yet. We can only say it's neutral, which is a range. All right. We trade at this moment. We traded a range. We traded a range. So looks like from this okay from this point it has turned into a ranging structure, and looks like it's contracting. It's contracting range. All right. If that's the case, this exit doesn't have the trend just yet. Doesn't have the trend just yet, but it's range. We can still do thing, even though it's a ranging structure, just more complicated, right? And let's look a little bit more. Zoom in. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in for now. At this moment, at this moment, can we spot out any trend within a range? No, not quite, right? Okay. You might say, oh, is it an uptrend here? Just this part? Just this part right here? Is that uptrend? No, it's not uptrend. It's not an uptrend. I know it appeared to going upwards, but it's not uptrend. It's what? It's an upward range. It's upward ranging. All right. From this point, okay. It's going upward range. Okay. If I have to give it a pattern, right, this is upward ranging. But the thing is, I I don't like I usually don't like to draw things like that because it's usually not very accurate and it give you the false belief that you have to obey this whatever lines. So let's get rid of it. But I just want to demonstrate this is not, this is not a trend. This is a range, just an upward range. That simple. Okay. So as usual, now we identify its ranging structure, and also for the blue lines, they are support and resistance level. Okay. Now, remember previously Euro and USD, I said if the price is about to touch the blue line, we pay attention on what on doing the upward, on doing the upside, right? How about for this one? This one, unfortunately, we cannot set we cannot set it to just one direction. All right, we need to also refer to lower time frame each time when the price is touching the support and resistance level. And more importantly, we will need to see, for example, this one. Okay, let me do a little bit more demonstration. Why am I putting a long here? Why am I putting a long here? So I'm expecting something like this happen. All right, I'm expecting. Now we all know this is another ranging, right? It can go this like this. It can go like this. What I'm doing right now is that I hope it will touch my entry level and keep going upside and touch this, go all the way up, touched it, and I have a three times RR ratio. What is it called? Reward and risk reward ratio. Okay, three. Risk reward ratio three. And why at this point I choose to do the upside? Because of recency. All right, because of recency, it's going up. All right, it's going up, and as I just said, it's something like that. It's something like that. It's accumulating, at least at this moment still, it's accumulating upwards. So slightly point to the upside. All right, but you can't be too happy, too pessimistic, right? You can't be like dragging the profit area to all the way up. No, you can't do that. All right, so up to here, take most of the profit if that happen. All right, so that's it for this exit for now. USDJPY. Now let's move on to the next one, which is GJ. Okay, GBPJPY. GJ is a very famous one. Very not famous. It's a very popular one. Very famous one that is known for its fluctuation. Right. Okay, let's get started. This guy is also a bit similar to the to USDJPY uptrend. Not here. Here's a range. Yeah, this is not uptrend. This is a range. Okay, this is range. I'm talking about uptrend. It's like here, uptrend. Yeah, what's going on? All right, here it's uptrend, and then boom. Look at this opposite momentum. Super strong, super steep. Okay, basically, it has destroyed the momentum. It's not because I see that how powerful it is just by how it looks. It's because right here very clear we have a retracement. Yes, ranging can also consider can also be considered as a retracement, right? Can also be considered. So now this momentum actually happened like this. This is the first momentum going up, and then retracement. Okay, you might say, oh, retracement, should it be like this? Is a retracement? No, it can also be a range because it it utilizes time instead of space. All right, it uses time to take the, you can say, to take some rest. Right, it uses time to take some rest, to accumulate some power, to continue on going up instead of go down and up. So there are two forms of retracement. Remember that. This one can also be considered retracement. This one also, but ultimately it's uptrend. Okay, so right here to here, it's another section of the uptrend momentum. So that is why I said ever since this downward downward momentum appear, the whole structure, the whole uptrend structure shaken already. Now, what has it become? Is it downtrend? All right, is it a downtrend? No, it's not. Why? Like I said, it's just neutralized because of this one. It's just neutralized. So can it regain the uptrend? Yes, of course. And looks like it's about to. Looks like it's about to, right? It could be just like this guy, take a break here and then continue to go up, right? But at least at this moment, we can still say it's a ranging. It's a ranging structure. All right. Now, okay. Okay, go away, move away. Yeah, okay. All right, let's focus. Stay focused. So now let's zoom in to this downwards momentum right here and drag a Fibonacci levels to take a closer look. The price has a couple of attempts to break this 0.7 level to regain the upwards structure, but fail. That's, you know, hasn't it hasn't succeeded. However, we know this is a very key level right here. This is a very key, like this is a very important key level. Not only it's got the Fibonacci, but also it has a support and resistance line lying over here. So so it's very clear. It's very clear now. It's very clear. As oh shit, I delete that support resistance line. Okay, never mind. Let me put it back. Let me put it back. Okay, here. It's right here. All right, put it back. So now what happened is that if the price level break through I'm not talking about false breakout. All right, not false breakout. The real one, if it gives us a real breakout to the upside, right, crossing this line. For example, if it gives us something like that, it might be, still have some fluctuation here, and then all of a sudden, boom, right? If that happen, what now? If that happen, it means again it break the Fibonacci level again, break, and what momentum of Fibonacci level is this breaking? Is the downside. So now, if this happen, we're back in the uptrend, right? We're back in the uptrend, and as usual, we look for the support and resistance and take a close look at it and continue to trade to the upside. So it could be something like that. Continue its high journey, right? So this is the general opinion for these three asset for today. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I want to also point out one more access since we still have time. It's not even half an hour. Okay. Why not we also look at gold, right? Gold is another very important asset. Okay. You guys are very lucky today because I also put down my entry here. All right. There are some color differences here, the green one and the yellow one. The green one means it's already there. The entry order is already, the orders already exist. All right. However, the yellow one means it needs further observation from the lower time frame. So the yellow one means need further observation instead of an order. Okay, green is an order, right? So okay, do I need to explain all over again? Okay, let's do it. I think so. Very clear. What can I say? Uptrend, right? Uptrend, and then obviously now it's taking a break by giving out a ranging structure. And later, is it gonna be continue on to the upside or accumulates enough power to go to the downside? We never know, but at this moment, we still say it's an uptrend, and it's taking a break now. So I don't think I even need to drag out the Fibonacci level to demonstrate this is uptrend, right? Very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. Okay. Yeah. So if you have a chance, open your own chart, take a look. This is too typical. This is a way too typical, ranging area right here. So basically, we'll just be like that. Yeah. And if you, well, this is obvious, right? Because it's still going up, it's an uptrend. It was an uptrend, and it's at this moment it give us a ranging structure. So of course we'll still focus on the upside. We'll also focus on the upside. But then here, why we can take an entry here? This one, this blue, the middle blue one. Why we can take an entry here? It's another topic. It's another whole system. It's another whole system, and same as the yellow one. All right. For now, if we're only talking about the structure, support and resistance level, the green box on the right hand side is the most intuitive, that I can understand. But for this tool, well, it takes a whole more uh, knowledge and effort, right, to explain, to master. I mean, so that's it for now. We have analyzed 4 assets. Those are very typical and popular assets. What we did, we analyze on GJ, we analyze on Euro USD and this one Europe USD and then USD JPY and go. Right, so that's it for today's analysis. Tomorrow is Monday. Hope you guys have a good weekdays and a good rest tonight. I'll see you next week.